higher pricing, higher value, more attention, more dedication coming from your clients when people are paying more. Been the biggest factor in my growth in the past 5-6 years is been having a mentor. It's important to be instinctual and trust your instincts and just say it as it is. Overthinking things too much.
Welcome to my legal academy, helping lawyers work smart, scale fast, and enjoy life.
When coming up with the pricing for My Legal Academy, and I'm sure everyone could go to mylegalacademy.com or what is is it mylegalacademy.com? What is the website?
Yeah, mylegalacademy.com. And I love talking about pricing, and I actually have a really good resource that I got exposed to, and I'll share this epiphany about pricing today.
Yeah, great. Okay, so go on mylegalacademy.com, sign up, find out the pricing and everything. But I want to talk a lot more of the philosophy and the strategy around pricing, right? How was it that you came to using the subscription model for My Legal Academy and then came up with your pricing?
Two things. One is I typically like high ticket offers. And the reason is it's not for me, but really it's about getting the ideal client. You're dealing with a lot better clients when you're in a high ticket offer. And not only that, you can also provide higher value, getting paid higher pricing, higher value, more attention, more dedication coming from your clients when people are paying more. So that's the one thing, high ticket versus low ticket. Second thing is I found a really good resource. This guy, Ryan Doris, he just took over consulting.com, and he has amazing emails. Their emails are so good. I literally print them out and I study them. So one of the things that I read is called pricing pockets. Pricing pockets means if you're within this price range, then you won't find much pushback for making it on the higher side of the price range. So for example, if you're between the $30 to $300 range, then you could potentially take that $30 offer and turn it to a $300 offer without that much change in the demand. So that's one pricing pocket. Another pricing pocket is between $300 to $1,000. If you're charging $300, you could potentially charge something for $997. If you're between $1,000 to $5,000, $5,000. If you're between $5,000 to $9,000, $9,000. So if you find yourself in those pricing buckets, kind of challenge your own pricing, test it out. A lot of people starts off from within. First, people don't feel like they have enough value, so they don't trust themselves to put it out there. This is what I'm charging for. But if you're doing something good with the world and you're providing really good value for your client, then I challenge you to increase your prices. And again, don't just, the increase in prices isn't just to increase your profits, which is an amazing benefit, but also you could now take that extra profit and make it even a better offer and more value. And that allows you to get more clients and provide more value to your clients. And basically it's a win-win across everybody.
Yeah, that is interesting. And I am curious to see that and see the research that's backing it, because I'm sure there is psychological research, because one of the things we talk about is on this podcast is how you shouldn't give potential subscription clients more than 3 options at a time, right? 2 is better, because if you have 2 options, it's pick between the 2. If you just give them 1 option, then it's yes or no, and no is an option, right? So sometimes 2 is ideal, but no more than 3. Otherwise, human psychology can't handle it. There's a lot of science backing that up. But these pricing buckets is also a super interesting idea that I haven't delved into too much on here. I have had attorneys on who talk about value-based pricing, right? So and this is normally when you're transitioning from billable hour to a flat fee or a subscription model, where what's the value of what you're providing? Stop billing by your hour and think about the value of what you're billing. So there's definitely a lot that can be said there, and I think that what you just quoted, it will be super useful, valuable information to those types of attorneys thinking about that. But my question for you is, with regard to the market opportunity in the access to justice and latent legal market space. And so without question, I think you're right. I think there is opportunity for lawyers to come in with value-based pricing to supplant billable hour attorneys who could still potentially make the same amount of money, but you're no longer billing your time, or even more money, right, with value-based pricing. That's a red ocean. Those markets are using legal services right now. But there's this huge opportunity of people who can't afford expensive billable hours. And so how do you serve that market and also make a lot of money potentially, but with the same kind of a thing in mind, right? Like do you have any ideas around there?
My strategy would be in that situation would be to have a completely free community, nothing low ticket. I'd rather have a free community to bring them on there. And then on the back end of that is my main offer. If it's low ticket, I don't see it as sustainable because in order for you to bring good value, it has to go beyond you. You have to build a team. You have to build infrastructure. You have to provide more resources than what it is. And that has a cost to it. So where's that money going to come from? So it has to come from somewhere. But if the intention is right, that you still want to, obviously help people and serve people that can afford it, then in that case, if that's the intent, then just make that the free community. And then on the back end, have a more exclusive, more intimate little community with maybe a little bit more support and a little bit more closer interaction to the leader to get value.
Yeah, it makes me think about the Council for Creators guys, who I haven't had on the podcast yet. I think they charge like $100 a month, which is low ticket in a way. I mean, some people can't afford that, but like you're usually talking about small business owners who join that thing. And then, so it's kind of low ticket. So it's like not quite a free community, but then it is like a community model, but you start out as a paid community, and I know they're upselling those clients, right? So, I mean, we see that model working there. Would you think what they're doing is also valuable, is have like a low ticket entry into that type of a community and then upsell later?
Yeah, actually those guys are part of our community. They went through my program to kind of learn how to generate clients and all that stuff. Yeah, but I would probably, if it was me, I would push that 97 to 297, and then really focus in, creating an upsell from that.
Yeah, and there's no one right way to do it, right? Like, I mean, well, if Sam believes maybe there's one right way to do it, but there's no one way to do it, let's say, and so experiment, right? The point is do something different than the way that law is being practiced right now. So we've mentioned the website, we've mentioned the YouTube channel. Sam, you also have a book called Virtual Law Firm Secrets, right? So tell us a little bit about the book.
Yeah, the subheadline is how to run your law firm so it doesn't run you. So if you feel like you've been kind of stuck and you feel like you're like kind of very active law firm operator, then this kind of this book exposes you to a lot of automation concepts and actual how-tos of how to automate a lot of that tedious and repetitive work off your hands. And this is like, essentially one of my secret sauces, how I'm able to run 6 law firms at the same time. This is pretty much how I do it.
Do any of your law firms have any physical presence anywhere?
Yeah, we do. Actually, over time, we've been gravitating towards a hybrid model. And I think the hybrid model is the best way. Virtual has its benefits, has its perks, and you take advantage of whatever that, you could turn to virtual. The way that we kind of see it, and I think the best way, is to have headquarters in-house with your key staff, like your directors, your intake managers, your attorneys, things like that in-house. But your day-to-day, like your intakers, your document collectors, your people that do the filings for you, and etc., all those will be virtual. That is by far the most efficient kind of model. Also bypasses a lot of, again, the issues that we have with like finding good staff. Well, you have a virtual operation, and you don't have to worry about that as much. And then,
right.
And then at the same time, you have good control and good management with your in-house people. So I think that's probably the best way to do it, hybrid.
Yeah, and a Google business profile you could have then if you have an in-person thing, and that helps with searchability and findability and stuff, right?
Yeah. But everybody, I think, needs to have some form of physical office. For me, I'm lucky enough to be focused at home, but I don't think most people should be working from home. So yeah, I think people need to go somewhere in and then be surrounded by other people too.
Yeah. My town is getting a like a WeWork competitor that's like a smaller version of WeWork. It's like not WeWork, but it's just like WeWork. And so I very much look forward to being able to sign up for that subscription where I could have like a leave home, but it's only a 5-minute drive, not even, to go to this shared workspace, and also meet with potential clients there too, because like I represent the small business owners, right?
Hey, hope you're enjoying the video so far. If you're a lawyer and you're looking to work smart, scale fast, and enjoy life, right below this video, you'll find a link to book a call to speak to my team so we can tell you how we've been able to help over 500 law firm owners scale their law firm. Now back to the video.
So let's see here. Man, we've covered a lot. I'm really happy with what we've gone over. Before I ask my last question, just is there anything else that you want to share about what you're doing at My Legal Academy? Other things, other lessons maybe you wish you would have learned before starting your own law firm that now you know?
One of the things that I test has been the biggest factor in my growth in the past 5-6 years is been having a mentor, somebody who cares about you, who checks in with you, who kind of holds you accountable, who builds a vision for you, is somebody who can give you feedback outside of you. A lot of people kind of have ideas and visions, but it's hard to implement those things if it's just stuck in your head. And what a mentor does is you're able to express those ideas. You're able to collaborate, kind of brainstorm together, And also, the mentor is good and is able to kind of give you action steps. Okay, great. This is what you want to do. The first step is go do that. And that's I have a mentor who does that for me. When I saw my progress of having a mentor, that's when I realized, I'm like, wait a minute, what if I was a mentor to other people in a scalable action? And that's the program that I kind of created called My Legal Academy. That basically, essentially, I'm a mentor. We have over 500 lawyers who have joined our program, be able to get guidance, exactly, what it takes to be able to grow an automated and scalable law firm. So yeah, if you've been kind of stuck and you feel stagnant, then I highly recommend exploring some kind of program like My Legal Academy that could really kind of listen to what you want to do, but then a very specific regimen that could help you implement whatever your vision is.
Yeah, I think that's great. So with that, all the links in the show notes. And Sam, my last question for you is a hot dog a sandwich, and why?
It is not a sandwich, because that's not what you think about when you think about a sandwich.
Okay. All right. So that was a quick answer. You've thought about this before?
No. It's important to be instinctual and trust your instincts and just say it as it is instead of overthinking things too much.
All right, great. You've mentioned your email, but maybe just one more time, the best way for people to get in touch with you.
Sure. Just mylegalacademy.com, or go search for My Legal Academy on YouTube. I have a lot of free content. I think I've been maximizing on how much amount of free content I've been sharing online. I post daily, almost for the past year, on YouTube. We also have a Facebook group called My Legal Academy. Just go on Facebook and search for My Legal Academy. Join us there. A lot of free resources and a lot of free things there.
All right, great. Well, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much, Mathew, and props to you. Keep everything you're doing. I know where your vision is with this. Great job for sticking with it, and you're definitely the subscription man, and I'm always going to see you as that person and someone that I'm going to look into to get help and resources every time I want to kind of explore subscriptions.
Awesome. Thanks. I appreciate that. Well, all right. Take care.